What's up, what's up, what's up? I'm waiting for people to jump on. We just stopped at a Walmart a couple minutes ago to get our lunch, but we're gonna try and get another 100 miles under our belts before we actually stop and eat lunch. So I got a couple of bananas I can eat while driving and some chips. Hello, I got one person on. What's up, what's up? You're the first. Oh, 6 people. Nisi! I can always count on Nisi. Hi, Nisi. I'm good. Letitia. Hi, Rita. Hey. Can you guys hear with this window cracked? Hopefully the sound's okay. I think I turned the volume up all the way. Let me know if the wind gets too noisy, but it's a little bit warm. So if it gets too noisy, let me know, and I'll just close the window and put the AC on. Hey, PM. Sherry. Hi. Okay, good. Good. Hi, Jennifer. Hi, Maggie. You guys are on it, boy. Y'all be like, what's she doing? What's she doing? I love it. Hi, Mama. Good morning, Joanne. Hi. No, that's not how you say it. It's not Joanne. You told me once before. What is it? Or is it Joanne? Is Joanne right? How close am I to my destination? Oh, yeah, we're not close to Arizona yet. Like Tony, that's right. Joni, that's right. I remember you telling me that. Joni. All right. Hi, Joni. Yeah, so I was saying when I first jumped on, we stopped at a Walmart about 40 miles back to get our lunch. And we didn't eat, though. We're going to try and do another 100 miles. So I got a couple of bananas and some chips. So I just had that one banana and the rest of the chips. Oh, yeah, you guys saw the video of my hair? Yeah. My scalp was just dry. I don't normally do that. Normally I do my hair in the shower. So whenever I get to a gym or somewhere, I'll do my hair, but my scalp was just feeling so dry. And I really should have taken, when I took my last shower at Willow's daughter's house, I didn't do my hair because I tend to not do my hair unnecessarily at people's houses because I don't want to clog up their, drain with all my hair, all my, curly, crazy hair. So, but I should have. I'm sure she would have been okay with it. I should have taken a shower. I mean, when I took that last shower at Willow's daughter's house, I should have done my hair, like rinsed it out. I should have cleansed it, did a good co-wash and a conditioning and all that. And I should have done that, but I did not. So my scalp was just really, really, really dry. Hi, FW. So yeah, I did not do what I should have done. So that's why I did it with the whatchamacallit, the stovetop way. That's like in a pinch kind of thing. Yeah, just in a pinch. I don't normally do that. Hi, Debbie. Debbie, are you going to van build or just RTR only? Because I know you're going to one of them, I believe you said. Yeah, it would be nice if I had one of those pressurized, somebody had said in the comments, I didn't read all the comments, but somebody said in one of the comments, one of the Home Depot sells the weed killer things, and they come in 1 gallon and 2 gallons, and you can get them and you pump up the pressure and it'll spray nozzle, and you can pour hot water. Oh, you can't come to either, Debbie? Oh, man. All right, next time I'm in Georgia, I'm coming to see you. But yeah, so I used to have one of those pressurized things, but a van-dwelling woman came through Virginia last year with her 3 kids, and I wasn't using mine, so I gave it to her because she needed a way to shower off her kids and stuff, because her gym membership, she couldn't bring the kids in to take a shower, which I thought kind of sucked, but she would have to have a family membership for all her kids, and that was just too much money. So anyway, it is what it is. So I gave it to her because I really had only used it a couple times. And it was kind of noisy, the pump action. So if you ever get one of those weed things, and because I was stealth camping, when you pump up the pressure in those things, it squeaks. And I would be parked on the side of a road in the neighborhood early in the morning trying to get washed up, and that thing would be squeaking, and I'm like, yeah, this is not working. So I gave it to her. So I wasn't using it anyway. So anyway. Oh, you've been sewing a quilt. Oh, nice. You gotta make me a quilt for my bed. I would love to have a handmade quilt. You know what? I don't remember my grandmother making a quilt. I don't really remember my grandmother sewing much, honestly. I don't think my grandmother, well, at least not that I can remember. I don't remember her doing quilts or knitting or crocheting. I don't remember my grandmother doing any of that kind of stuff. So that's interesting. That would be lovely to have a handmade quilt. That'd be pretty cool. Just remember, my favorite color is red, and I also like black, white, and gray with pops of red. Just saying, if somebody want to, make me a quilt, I'm down for it. Probably twin size would be best for my small bed. Just saying, just throwing it out there, just in case somebody out there wants to, gift a sister a quilt. That's all good. Just saying. Yeah, back to the hair thing. So it's still not dry, but when I went to Walmart, I had to put something on my head. So I just took the black small thin scarf from yesterday and wrapped it around my head. But it's still soaking wet. It takes my hair a long time to dry, especially if there's gel or something in it. So yeah. Joni, your grandmother didn't sew? Yeah, I don't remember her sewing, making clothes or anything like that, but she could have done it when her kids were younger, just maybe didn't do it, at my age. So I do kind of miss Sylvester. I mean, I never traveled with him, but I kind of think having him sit up here on the front seat with me would be kind of cool, but it's all good. I'll get some kind of pet next year. I think it's probably best that he stayed. One, his mommy would have missed him too much, his real mommy. Willow's granddaughter. And also I feel like since this is my first time really hitting the road, and I don't know what kind of job I'm gonna get, it might be something where, oh, I'm getting called on the walkie-talkie. Hold on, guys. Hey, Willow. Oh yeah, that would be awesome. Let's do that. Okay. Alrighty. So she's saying that we're about to hit the Texas border. We're about to hit the Texas border soon. So we're gonna stop at the visitor center or rest area just over the border. Oh my gosh, guys. For someone who has never really left the East Coast, lived in Virginia pretty much all my life, like, I'm doing the dang thing, y'all. I'm traveling. This is so awesome. Oh my gosh. Like, really awesome. The furthest I have gone is Iowa, I guess. I lived 2 years in Iowa with my first husband. I don't know if I told you guys that story. Well, why don't I tell you now? You ready for a story, y'all? That way I don't have to read the comments. I'll just tell my story. So anyway, married my first husband. We had our son January 10th, 1995. And shortly, like within weeks after having our son, my first husband, we'll just call him T. I'm not going to give his name. We'll just say T. So T got a call or a letter or something. I don't know how the communication happened. But T got in contact. I'm going to turn the AC on because that noise is bothering me from the I'm just going to put it on low because his son is killing me. All right, so T got a call from his friend that he was in college with in North Carolina. That he never finished college, but said friend did finish college and became the minority recruiter. I don't know if that's the real title name, at Iowa State University. So after we had our son in January, T got this opportunity to go to Iowa State. And, this is 95, so, it wasn't like a lot of black people. And so it was pretty much a guarantee that he could get in. So he was going to leave and go to school and finish out his last, year or two, however long it's going to take him to get the degree. And we had just had this baby, y'all. So I'm like, that's not going to happen. You're not leaving me to be no single mom. That's not going to happen. So he said, okay, well, maybe I'll get there and let me get settled, and then I'll send for you. And me, I'm like, yeah, that ain't gonna happen. You're gonna get there, and you're gonna like being by yourself with no woman and no kid, and you're gonna be partying. Nah, that's not gonna happen. You'll never send for me. So he contacts his friend, and they do a little back and forth and try and figure out, what was going on. Could I come? Could me and the baby come? How would housing work? Because he obviously wouldn't have a job as soon as he got there. Like, what is that gonna look like? So they figured out that we could do campus housing for married couples that they had there, but we had to be married. Obviously, we weren't married when we had our son. So we got married in April, and we left. We got married April 21st or 22nd, I'm not sure. And we left like a day or two after that and headed to Iowa, packed our stuff up in a small U-Haul and drove on out to Iowa. Woohoo! I'm at the border of Texas, guys. I see the welcome to Texas sign. Hi, Texas people. Texas Vanner fanners, I'm here. Woo! Oh no, it's saying I have a very bad connection. I hope I don't lose you guys. It just said very bad connection. Hey, just past the Texas border. I'm in Texas, and we're gonna stop at this info center here whenever it gets here. All right, back to the story. So husband number one, T, and I, we get married and we move out to Iowa. So we get into campus housing for married couples. It was a cute place. It was an apartment, but their apartments were like townhouses. So it was a 2-bedroom, 1-bath, 2-level townhouse almost, but they were considered apartments. So the bottom level you walk in is the living room and kitchen, and the sort of an area you can make a dining room, but not very big. You couldn't put more than a small table and 2 chairs there without it being in the middle of the room. And then upstairs was the 2 bedrooms and then a bathroom in the middle. So quite nice. And we weren't paying very much, and so he got a job and went to school. So so we did that, and I was going to go and do hair because I had my license at the time. So I was going to take the test because a lot of states don't take Virginia cosmetology license. I found out at that time, I didn't know that, but at that time I found out that a lot of states will take your license from another place and then just issue you a license in their state. But apparently Virginia is one of those ones that a lot of states don't take, at least at that time. And so I had to retake the test for Iowa and get an Iowa cosmetology license. So while I'm studying and planning to take the test, he was working part-time and going to school full-time, and we had this brand new baby. So apparently, I don't even remember how it all happened, how it all went down, but he decides that he's going to put our son in daycare, and basically doesn't tell me until after he's registered him. And I'm like, the baby's only like 2 months old. Like, I'm not putting my kid in daycare. Are you crazy? Like, no, that's crazy. So that was like our first real fight. So I decided, well, fine, I'm just gonna stay home. You work and go to school, and when the baby is about 9 months or so, then we'll put him in daycare, and then I'll go to work. And looks like I lost you guys for a second. Okay, I got you back. All right. So I had no family, no friends in Iowa. I've never, at that point, I had never been further than Florida to visit, with my mom and sister, to visit my mom's friend. So I had never really left the Virginia, DC, Maryland area. So this was like foreign to me. And for him to be working and going to school and not really, when he wasn't working or going to school, he was hanging with this friend and they were going out, and he made more friends. And so he was going out. So I'm like, wait, you have a wife and a kid. These people are all single. These people don't have, or they have boyfriends and girlfriends, and they don't really have children. I'm all the way out here away from home. So the relationship just started to fizzle. as far as, you know, it working out. I should have stayed in Virginia, but you know, you're young, you don't know. So after almost a year, we went home to Virginia to visit. So I got to see family and everything, and I ended up staying. So I stayed longer and he went back. I stayed too long, I guess. Then I did eventually go back because we were going to try and make it work. So, oh, it's telling me I have a very bad connection. So I might lose you guys, but I'm going to keep talking. So, all right, guys. I think I'm back. I'm sorry for everybody that ended up leaving. This thing is just a bad signal. I don't know. I went through a dead zone. Passing through Beaumont, Texas yet? I don't know. About 10 miles or so back, we passed the border. We're on Route 40, so I don't know. I think we're gonna go to a rest stop, the first rest stop we see, or the first, or the visitor center, whichever comes up first, and then we're gonna have lunch there, and then I'll probably take a little nap, and then we'll get back on the road, I guess. Sorry that you guys got dropped. It was just a really bad, it kept flashing and telling me bad connection, so I knew it was going to drop. I'll finish the story later, another day, when I have good service, because if it keeps dropping, I'm going to keep forgetting where I was in the story. So I'll have to tell the story when I am stationary, because it keeps dropping. It's too hard to remember where I left off. So, or I'll do a video just on the story and load the video of the story so you guys can get this get the finished version. I'm afraid if I start telling the story again, it's going to drop again, so it'll be too many picking ups. So I won't worry about the story. We shall finish the story another day. Little Miss Willow is kind of moving a little fast here. Might have to walkie-talkie her and tell her to slow down a little bit. She usually doesn't keep that much distance in between us, but she's got a lot of distance between us. She must really be hungry. Hi, Kimberly. All right, so I'm passing a sign that says Shamrock, and then it says Museum. So if you guys in Texas, I didn't know what that is. So, exit 164. So, I don't know what part of Texas that's in, but if you're from Texas, maybe you know where that is. I know Texas is huge, but I'm just saying. And so I decided I'm going to finish the story when I'm stationary, because it's going to probably keep dropping and it's not worth me trying to remember where I left off on the story. So I'll finish that story another day when I'm not driving, because I think that makes more sense than trying to pick up, drop, pick up, drop, pick up, drop. That's annoying. That's going to be annoying to me. So I'll just tell it all in one fell swoop. Just remind me that I left off after my visit to Virginia and going back to Iowa. So nothing, you didn't miss anything good. Anyway, let me call Willow, because she is just like moving on along here. It got too much distance in between us. I guess she's trying to hurry up and get to that rest stop so she can eat. Look at here, woman, you're getting a lot of space in between us here.
I've done the same since the construction ended.
Okay, because I have my cruise control on, so I'll speed up just a little more.
I have mine on.
All right, I'm on 65. That's my max. Yeah. Anyway, so like I was saying, we're in Texas. We just crossed Texas border on Interstate 40. We are passing It says Shamrock, Wheeler, and Wellington, exit 163. If anybody from Texas knows that area, that's where I am. So I don't know. That probably doesn't make a difference to some people because it depends on what part of Texas you're from. But yeah. But like I was saying, my hair is still wet from this morning, the wet down. But I did comb out a lot of gel, so it's drying a little bit faster than normal. My hair tends to hold water when it's wet, so I've always had that issue, even when I had relaxer in my hair. And I would sit on the dryer. Remember back in the day when you would wrap your hair around your head to have it straighten flat, but have a little bit of a bump at the end? I would sit on the dryer for like an hour and a half, and I don't have thick hair, so anywho, did you guys see the pictures on my Instagram or my Facebook of the casino we stayed at last night? It was the Lucky Star Casino in where was that in Oklahoma? El Reno. I think it was El Reno, Oklahoma. If you didn't see it, go to my Instagram and you'll see the pictures of the we ended up having. Oh, I will finish the rest of the story when I'm stationary because it's going to keep dropping. It keeps telling me I have a bad connection, so I don't want to keep dropping. So yeah, for those who are just tuning in, I started the story. I'll finish it when I'm sitting still somewhere with good service. I promise I will finish it. Even if it's just a regular video that I upload, I will finish the story. Anyway, so yeah, look at my Instagram and you can see the pictures of the Lucky Star. I didn't gamble. I don't gamble, so I didn't go in and it was all slot machines. So it was nice because if you look at my Instagram pictures, Willow and I took one. They had about, I want to say maybe 8 RV spaces that are free with electricity. And so Willow and I took one space because, we have minivans, so we just parked next to each other's with our sliding doors facing each other so we could keep them open and talk. And there was only one RV on the far end when we got there. And then next thing we know, there's just RVs pulling up. So by the end of the night, pretty much all the spaces except one was full. It was funny. Nice little older couple pulled up next to us in this huge honking RV. Oh my gosh, I don't even know how many feet that thing was. And it must have had like 4 slide outs, like 2 on each side. Like, really? So, yeah, it's funny. But the guy was like, when he pulled up, he said, "Are you guys holding this spot for anybody?" I said, "No, it's just us. We actually are traveling in our vans." So he thought that was funny. But he came over and he peeked inside of mine. He said, "Yeah, I did that a while ago. A long time ago, I traveled around and camped in my van." So I thought that was pretty cool. But, and his wife she had the extension pole and she was cleaning their windshield. It was so, that RV, I don't even know how many feet that thing was, but that thing was huge. But it was kind of cool. So if you go to my Instagram, you'll see the picture. I think 1 or 2 more came after I took that picture, but if you go to my Instagram, you'll see some of the RVs next to us. Oh, so Shannon, I did not put the coil on the van. Sorry, I just saw when somebody else posted, when you guys comment on my screen, I don't know if it does it for your screen, but when you guys comment, it only flashes for like a few seconds. So if you do a short comment, I can read it real quick. But if you do something that's real long, I kind of just let it go. But it pops up on the screen for like, I don't know, 3 or 4 seconds, and then it goes away. But if I tap the screen, I can see it again, thanks to all my lovely banner fanners who told me that on my first live video. But I don't want to be fidgeting with the phone too much, so don't think I'm ignoring your comments. It's just if you do a short 1 or 2 sentence one, it's easier for me to glance over and read it real quick and answer it. But if it's too long, then I kind of don't want to keep my eyes off the road that long, just so you know. If you want to say something, do it in little short sentences. Then I'll glance over, see it, read it, and answer it real quick. It's just easier while I'm driving. I don't want to keep tapping the screen. Did I change my transmission fluid? No. Was I supposed to? Why would I change my transmission fluid? Well, I had just gotten an oil change and they don't change the fluid, but they topped off all my fluids and there was nothing that they noticed going on with any fluids leaking or anything. So I don't know. I'm not sure. I didn't realize I was supposed to be changing my transmission fluid. Okay, now for some reason I've caught up to Willow and I don't know how that happened. If we both have our cruise control on, that's weird. Let me slow down a little so I'm not on her behind. Maybe she changed her setting of her cruise control. Maybe 45k miles, not often. Oh, changing transmission fluid? Yeah, I'm trying to think when's the last time I don't know if I've done well, I think my mechanic in Virginia may have done that for me once. So, yeah. The next person that looks at it for me, I will have them check it. I have a throat lozenge in my mouth, so if I sound funny, that's what's going on. My throat was hurting. I think this West Coast is messing with my allergies. And I also turned my AC off because it got a little bit too cold. All right, let me turn it back on. All right. Yeah, so okay, so I don't think the coil is necessarily okay, but the misfire that popped up got reset. So the code that popped up, got reset. So we're doing no more than about 250 to 300 miles a day, and I'm trying to keep my speed under 65 miles an hour. So yeah, we're just driving in the rumble strips. Our lane ended, so we have to, there's a lot of construction going on. But yeah, so I'm just keeping an eye on everything, and I'm hoping when I get to Arizona, I can buy the coil, because there are going to be more people there that are more knowledgeable of auto mechanics, and they can maybe put it on for me. So I'll get the coil there and they can put it on, especially since I believe Jamie is going to be getting a post office box, so that people that order parts for, Fantastic Fans and that kind of stuff, they can have them sent to his P.O. box. So I'm hoping I can order the part cheaper online. The coils or coil. I don't know if it's one coil or if I should just change them all. I don't know. From what I understand, there's more than one coil, so I can probably change them all. But if I find them cheaper online, then I can send them to Jamie's post office box, and then somebody can change them out for me. So that is the plan. That is the plan. Oh, at the van build. So I don't really need anything done per se. I'm pretty happy with the way things are set up in my van. With having limited space, there's not a whole lot I can do. But there's some tweaks that I'd like to do. So I was saying yesterday, one of the women van dweller groups I'm in said she was coming, and she had a lot of scrap plywood and scrap 2x4s. So I'm planning on using some of that, because when you lift my back hatch, I want to put shelves there, but I want the shelves to run from side to side across the whole way, because I want to take my tent out from underneath my bed and put the tent on the very bottom shelf, along with the duffel bag that has my out of season clothes. And then the second shelf, I'm hoping to get 3 shelves in that back. So the second shelf will probably be for my photos that I haven't digitized yet, my small box that has my frog collection in it, and then also my extra, quote unquote, extra pantry food that doesn't fit on my small bookshelf in the actual van that has all my food on it. And then the top shelf, I've been toying with the idea of putting clothing back on the shelf. I'm not sure yet. I like my clothing hanging, but sometimes I wonder if I roll it up and put it on one shelf, if that would just be easier. I don't know. That part I haven't decided yet. So we'll see. Plus, where my water is, the 5-gallon bucket and the 5-gallon water tank, I want to make a little countertop there. for my the bucket and the sink and all that stuff. So yeah, so I have a couple of little things I could do, but they're not necessary to be done. So yeah, if there's time and if I feel like doing it, and you know, just depends. If there are, you know, scrap leftovers that will accommodate, then so be it. So yeah, but I think I want to help Willow get her stuff together first. We're going to empty out her van and organize it. So I'm going to definitely help her first before I even think about doing anything to my van. Because like I said, my van's fine. You know, those are just tweaks that I'd like to have done, but they're not necessary. So yeah. So yeah, I think it's just going to be cool to, you know, get some footage of what's going on there. Maybe get some before and after pictures and videos of some of the people getting things done to their vans. So I think that would be cool. Seeing all the different type of people that come in different vehicles, whether it be a Prius or another minivan or the cargo vans or even a schoolie. I know Jamie got his schoolie. I want to see how much he's gotten done to his schoolie since getting it, because he just got it a couple weeks ago. So he's had about 3.5 weeks to totally get as much done as he can before he comes out and gives his resources and time to other people getting their vehicles together, which is pretty cool. So it'd be cool to see how much he was able to get done in that 3.5 weeks. As of yesterday, when I looked at his channel, he hadn't put up any new videos about the bus, and I don't think he's going to at this time. I think he probably will wait maybe a day or two before the van build. He might do a video showing what he's done so far, maybe. I don't know. He's probably so busy. I would be busy if I had a school bus, because he's probably at least going to do the insulation and then maybe throw some kind of bed in it just to be comfortable, because you can always add stuff later. Oh, somebody I found on YouTube, guys, if you haven't seen him, it's Van City Van Life. That guy is freaking awesome. And he's in California. Not California, Lord have mercy, Canada. He is so cool. He has this bulldog, I think, named Disco. I think he's a bulldog named Disco, and he's an actual DJ. And he's living in his van in Canada. That guy is, like, I want to go to Canada to meet him. That is going to be my goal when I get my passport next year, is to go to Canada to meet him. Or if he comes down to the lower 48, I want to meet him, because he is freaking awesome. I watch his videos every single day. Every video he's made, I've watched. And I can't say that about too many YouTubers, but I have watched every single video he's made. And his attitude, and I know he's only been doing this for a couple of months, but his attitude is awesome. He just seems so gracious and so upbeat, and oh my gosh. And if you're gonna live in a city in Vandwell, I recommend watching him, because he does do some stuff like tips about, you know, how he's doing his thing and where he parks and what he looks for when he's parking, or that kind of thing. So yeah, so definitely check him out. Van City Van Life. And I don't know why I cannot remember his name. If somebody knows his name, post it in the comments. I can remember the dog's name is Disco, but I don't know why I can't remember his name. Oh my gosh, that's horrible. So anyway. What's his name? Wait, I know I'm saying that wrong. It's spelled Chrome, but I know it's not sound. I know you don't say it Chrome, right? Because he's Hispanic, right? Valdez. I knew he was Hispanic. Okay, well, you guys have to read the comments. It's spelled Chrome, but I think I'm saying that wrong. Oh, it is pronounced Chrome? Okay. Oh, San Antonio waving. San Antonio, Texas. Yay. Okay, cool. All right, good. All right, I just don't want to be messing up people's names. I hate when people, I mean, nobody messes up Crystal, but they mess it up when they spell it because they want to put an H in it. I don't know why. Like, there's no H in Crystal. When you go to buy a crystal vase, is there an H in it? Is it spelled with a K when you go to buy a crystal vase? No. Ugh. It's Crystal, just like crystal. Anyway, yeah, this guy, he is awesome. So Chrome Valdez, he is freaking awesome. Love him, love him, love him. So if you want to see somebody doing his thing, and I love the fact that he didn't do too much to his van. He's doing it as he goes. I love his bed situation where he can slide it forward when he wants to get all his DJ equipment in the back, but he can still sleep in it. And he's doing little by little as he needs to. So it's van city, van life, and he's in Canada. All right, she must have sped up again. Let me get back up to 65 because I had gone down because I was too close to her. Yeah. No, I didn't gamble at the casino. I don't gamble. No. Oh, it's 2 a.m. in Australia. Okay, go back to bed. Bye, FW. 2 a.m. in Australia, and you watching me. I love it. Thank you. No, I didn't gamble at the casino. We did go in, use the restroom, and we looked to see what their deli looked like. They had a little deli and they had a little restaurant. We were kind of hoping. Oh, I'm getting a call on the walkie. Yes, ma'am.
It looks like you slowed down again. What happened?
I did slow down because at one point I was too close to you, but then, so I'm going to go back up to 65.
I was only doing 60.
Okay, well, I'm on 63 now. I'll just leave it there then.
Okay.
All right. What was I saying? Oh, darn it. Oh, I didn't gamble at the casino. Oh, you got caught up on my vids? Sweet. 2 hours ahead of you. Oh, I'm time traveling. I did leave my car clock on East Coast time, so I would always know what time it is. And I left my tablet clock on East Coast time so that if I call my son or something back in Virginia, I would know what time it is. I didn't want to be calling him on West Coast time. My cell phone is on the current time. So my car time, it's like 2:10 or something. I always have my clock fast, so it says 2:21. So if it's 10 minutes fast, that's 2:11. So yeah, I guess 2 hours ahead. But yeah, I don't gamble. It was a small casino and it only had slot machines. I didn't see any tables. So yeah. But it was busy, boy. Woo! It was busy. Bright lights. I almost played a slot machine, but I was like, nah, that's all right. I played one in Atlantic City. So if you go back through my videos, you'll see one that says first time in a casino. That was my first time in a casino. So my very first time ever going to a casino was Atlantic City when I did the Melanin Express. So if you want to go to the Melanin Express playlist, that video's there. I'd never been to a casino. Don't play the lottery, none of that. So you lived in Vegas for a few years and never gambled. Yeah, I just don't see the allure of it. I mean, I've never gambled and I've never taken drugs, and I guess that's because addictions run in my family and I'm just afraid to even chance it. I drink maybe 2 or 3 times a year, and I only drink, fruity drinks that don't taste like alcohol, because if it tastes like alcohol, I'm not going to drink it because it tastes nasty. So yeah, I guess I don't want to chance kicking in that addictive gene, since addiction runs in the family. So I guess I just, in the back of my mind, maybe that's part of the reason I don't gamble, or have never even smoked weed, nothing, no drugs whatsoever. So, it is what it is, whatever. I don't knock anybody that does those things. If that's your thing, that's your thing. I just don't do it. I feel like with my bipolar 2, I don't need to get high or to get drunk to go, quote unquote crazy. I can go there just by myself. So yeah, even if I drink wine, it has to be like the fruity, very fruit tasting wine, like the sweet wine that most people don't like. That's the wine I like. Most people are like, oh, that's disgusting. It tastes like grape juice, or it tastes like, fruit juice. I'm like, yep, that's the kind of wine I want. I don't want wine that has a bite to it. I don't like a dry wine that makes me pucker my lips. No, I don't. So yeah, definitely not a drinker. I'm the chick that used to drink Boone's Farm Strawberry Hill. Anybody remember that? That was my drink back in the day. Boone's Farm Strawberry Hill. I know some of y'all old heads remember that drink. Let me see a show of hands. Let me see a show of hands. I know some of y'all was drinking that Boone's Farm Strawberry Hill. Come on now. And I do not like beer. Ugh. Beer to me is like, ugh. Like, who is drinking beer? Ugh. I can't stand beer. There we go. Yeah, Boone's Farm. See, I know. That was my drink back in the day. But only the Strawberry Hill. I didn't like the other drinks. Only the strawberry. I was the wine cooler girl. I do like what is it? Mike's hard lemonade. I do like that. Those coolers, I do like those. I will drink those because those don't taste like alcohol to me. So I will drink 1 or 2 of those, but that's it. 2 drinks is like my max. And I'll nurse those 2 drinks the whole night. Yeah, I don't really need, I can be loud and wild, and most people might think I'm drinking, but I can do that without any help of any alcohol or drug. It's just part of my personality, and I am a very loud person, and I don't realize I'm loud sometimes. So all right, somebody, hold on, I'm getting a call from, yes ma'am.
Where do people out here get their groceries?
I don't know. I haven't seen anything.
You know, we missed that last exit had something. As soon as I see something, I'm pulling over.
Sounds good to me. So basically, Willow was saying, where do people out here get their groceries? I don't know if you guys heard that, because we haven't seen nothing. I wish I could turn the camera. One of these days, I might have to get me one of those cameras that I can put in the dash with the little window where you see me, but then you see most of the screen is what I'm looking at. There's like nothing out here. She's like, where do people get their groceries? Like, you got to travel for miles and miles to get your groceries. So we haven't seen anywhere. Oh, sorry guys, we are in Texas. We crossed the border a while back. I don't even know how many miles. Oh gosh. 50, maybe 50 miles ago. We're on Interstate 40. Yeah, so we're hungry. We need lunch. So we were waiting for a rest stop or something, or a visitor center, and that hasn't happened. So we're just gonna pull over somewhere the next time we see a sign that says, like, you know, gas and food and all that and lodging. We're just gonna pull over somewhere, and because I am hungry. So I need to eat, because we had stopped at a Walmart way back when we were still that last little bit of Oklahoma and got our stuff for lunch, but we haven't found anywhere to pull over. We figured we'd cross over to the border of Texas, and there's usually a visitor center or a welcome center or a rest stop when you cross over the border, but we haven't seen one yet, because that's what we were gonna do, get into Texas, stop, and then eat. So tuned in late, what'd you miss? Oh Lord, you're gonna have to go back to the beginning. Can you rewind the live and watch it from the beginning? I don't know how that works. I've never tried that. I've only participated in one live, and that's when Novel Culture did theirs, but I didn't try. I was there at the beginning, so I don't remember what happened. I don't know if you can rewind. I guess you can. Can you rewind while it's live? I don't know. You can? Oh, okay. I guess not. So I was telling a story, but I'm going to tell it later because the signal keeps coming, the thing keeps flashing, telling me, oh, yes, you can rewind while it's live? Okay, there you go. You was at work waiting for me to go live. I did tell you if I didn't do it yesterday that I would do it today. So I did. I wanted to be a woman of my word. Yeah, so we're in Texas now. We're not finding any kind of a rest stop or any kind of a visitor center since we crossed the border. And we stayed last night at the Lucky Star. All right, guys, sorry. Woohoo! Okay, guys. I was in a real bad dead zone. It's still telling me that I have a very bad connection, but we are on we have 1 mile to the rest stop, so can you make more videos? Oh, I'm going to be losing you probably again. When I get to the rest stop, I will do the live from the rest stop because I'm going to lose you again, guys. All right? I will see you in about 10 minutes.